begin playoff predictions, or West playoff predictions. We'll start with 1-8. Lauren, if you want to take it away, then we'll go to, and then we'll just
Yeah.
let me redo that.
We'll go take it from there. All right. Well, what the heck? So for the West playoff predictions, I'm gonna for round one. So we got the Grizzlies, my number one. I said Pelicans are gonna beat the Mavericks and the Kings to become the 8th seed with a healthy. This is very contingent on a healthy Zion Williamson for this time period now. So they're gonna be pretty healthy Pelicans team. I think the Grizzlies I think they're gonna be the perfect team to pair up with the Pelicans. I think it's gonna go 7 games. And the Grizzlies will take it to the Pelicans. But I think the Pelicans are really going to give them a run for their money. And low key, it's really sad for them that they round one exit. They haven't had a lot of success, but this should be success. And they're unfortunate to play the Grizzlies, who have Jaren Jackson Jr. and a very good defensive team to kind of contain the Pelicans while also being able to still score on them. I think it's just the Grizzlies are going to be able to take that, but it's going to go down to the wire in 7 games.
Yeah, I got the same exact series and the same exact result, Grizzlies in 7. So I agree with everything you said. Yeah, we are vibing right now, man.
And you're so cute.
I know.
So my 8 seed is the same, but my 1 seed is the Lakers. I think Lakers take it in 6, honestly. I mean, I think they match up really well with them too, but I think the Lakers have a little more than the Grizzlies would in that matchup, so I think they could take it in 6. But I mean, really not much more unless you guys have either disagreements or more to say on that.
I mean, Anthony Davis, when healthy, I think is the best paint protector in the league. So and that's what the Pelicans do best. So I
Who's
have
y'all's 8?
What?
Who's y'all's 8?
Pelicans.
Okay, I have the
Pelicans.
Pelicans too. They play the Nuggets. Nuggets taking in 5. If Zion is healthy and playing, maybe 7, but I would say 6. Nuggets still take it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No objections. So we all have the Pelicans losing round 1.
And,
Legit
yeah.
question. If the Nuggets were to play the Pelicans and Zion's healthy, who's guarding Zion? Who's stopping Zion?
Gordon.
Well, Aaron Gordon would probably guard him.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Aaron Gordon. You did a good job. You're pretty physical. That's true.
Malcolm, you said that's in 6 games?
Yeah. With
Okay.
Zion. Without Zion, 5.
Yeah.
Maybe even a sweep, but I think they would pull off maybe one.
Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah.
All right, Lauren, who's your 2-7?
So I got the Nuggets at 2, obviously, and I got the Thunder taking that 7th seed, beating out the Kings. And the Nuggets versus Thunder is going to be a 4-1. I think the Thunder are going to be really good. I just feel like it's a really unfortunate matchup for them to go against the defending champs, and I feel like they have no answer for Nikola Jokic on defense. J-Will was their kind of their big body guy, but he's very short for a center, and they're gonna struggle to they're gonna have to really work as a team to contain Jokic, and he's crazy. I mean, we know Jokic. We saw what he did, the damage he did in the finals, the Western Conference Finals, all play out. Like he's the best basketball player right now, and they really match up poorly against him. Either they put a really short guy on him, or they put Poku or Chet on him, who are gigantic but have no strength.
Yeah, I don't think the Thunder would. I think the Thunder would probably put J-Will on them. That's the one thing
I agree.
Really, is a big body.
But that's another. I think they just get killed on boards. Nuggets have such a big team. Small forward 6'10", Michael Porter Jr. You got Aaron Gordon at power forward, who's also 6'10".
Yeah.
They just have such a big lineup at the same time, and they would struggle.
Yeah. I mean, Thunder also have a pretty big lineup. I mean, their point guard's 6'9".
Differently.
But
It's not as big like
it's different big. Yeah. I mean, I have no objections. I think the Nuggets would probably sweep. Honestly,
I think it's unfortunate for the Thunder because I think they're going to be able to maybe take 1 game. I really think they're going to be a good team. I just think it's one of the worst scenario matchups for the Thunder, honestly.
So I have the Thunder at my 7th seed as well. I have them playing the Suns in the first round. I also see the Suns winning in 5. I mean, I think this is, ironically, the best matchup the Thunder could get in terms of of the elite teams at the top, because the Suns, they're not super dominant on the boards. They kind of, you got to beat them offensively, and Thunder are a good defensive team. So if they could slow down the offense, but I mean, Suns are just too talented at the end of the day. I like what the Thunder have, but I have the Suns in 5.
I like the defense. You got Lou Dort, SGA is not a bad defense. They have Cason Wallace. They have J Dub. Like those could really do a good job guarding the big three of the
Yeah,
Suns.
I mean,
Also,
and then you got Jay Will, who leads the league in charges. Chet obviously protecting the rim. Poku when he's healthy, he's a good defender.
It could
They got a
honestly
lot
be a pretty fun matchup.
yeah, I mean, I think if the Thunder like surprise, I think that could easily go 7 games.
True.
I mean, like if they like
For
you
the
know
Suns.
steal a couple, steal a couple.
if they play really mature,
Yeah,
they're able to
if they
take care of
played
business.
like remember the Pelicans like a couple years ago against the Suns, like they were the 8th seed and out of nowhere
Yeah.
it was like a 6-game series.
True.
I could see something like that.
Yeah, I also have the Thunder at the 2nd seed. Playing the Grizzlies though, I think Grizzlies take that. Honestly, I could see the Grizzlies sweeping that just because their defense.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take the Thunder taking 1 game in that as well. I think they'll be able to figure something out at least edge out 1 game. I don't know if it'll be a big win. I mean, it probably won't be a big win, but I think they'll have enough at least one of those games to edge out a win.
Yeah.
I got the Grizzlies versus the Kings. I got Grizzlies in 6. Kings will give them a tough time. De'Aaron Fox especially, and Keegan I think will be really good already by that time. He was already good last season. They saw Malik Monk, DeMontis Sabonis. Hopefully, will be better than last playoffs. But 6-game series for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I
Alright.
could see that.
3-6, Lauren.
3-6. So you got the Lakers and the Warriors going at it again. I see you going 6 games again. Lakers are too big, too many adjustments. I look they could do it at like 5. I just like I said, I think the Warriors they're still the Warriors. Steph Curry's gonna be hard to stop. If they're healthy. They've got a pretty good system. And so I feel like they can win 2 games, but the Lakers should be able to take that series pretty easily.
I mean, the Lakers last year they won that series in 6. It wasn't really. It never felt like the Lakers were going to lose that series.
Yeah, I have it kind of the same way.
Yeah, I think the Lakers would win that matchup, no doubt, or maybe not, no doubt. You still got Steph Curry on the other side.
Yeah, but I think 5 or 6 games is accurate.
I mean, if the Warriors can win all their games at home, then maybe, but I don't know. We'll see. I got the Kings Clippers as my 3-6. Clippers, the 6th seed. And I think they win in 7. Like we've been saying, when the Clippers are fully healthy, they're dominant. You know, Ty Lue's the top 2 coach in the league. Russ is him. And Kings, it's unfortunate they lose as the 3 seed 2 years in a row in the first round, but they're just playing too good of teams at that 6 spot.
I think that could be a 5 or 6 game series.
For the Clippers?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you're not giving the Kings enough credit there.
Clippers against who?
The Kings.
Yeah, I think the Clippers. They're too big. The Sabonis can't guard. They're gonna outboard them. Even with Kawhi is too big, and they're gonna be able to do a pretty dang good job at guarding him.
Yeah, I agree. My 3 is the Nuggets, 6 Kings. I think Nuggets take that in 5. I don't think the Kings really are gonna match up that well against the Nuggets, so I think the Nuggets can take that in 5 games.
They have no answer for Jokic. None.
Yeah. And even like Michael Porter Jr. is gonna be kind of tough to guard too. Or like Aaron Gordon.
I got the same actually as Lauren, Lakers versus Warriors. I think same thing, 6-game series. Chris Paul would be a great asset over Jordan Poole, I think, in the playoffs, but I think it'll still be a 6-game series for the Lakers.
Good stuff. All right, who's your 4? Wait, what are we on?
Yeah, 4-5. Final round of final game of the first round.
So we got Clippers and Suns, and we got another 7-game matchup. And the Clippers are going to be able to beat the Suns. We saw this exact same matchup last season again. Clippers will take it this year, highly contingent, of course, that they're going to be. I think they had what, Paul George for none of them.
Not even. They just had Russell Westbrook the whole series.
Exactly, they had him for none of them. I think they had Kawhi for 1 game.
Yeah,
Two.
yeah, they did. They had him for 1
Pretty
game.
sure they did.
Oh, right. I think the first game.
Had
Yeah,
him for 1 game or 2. and they
Yeah.
still stuck with him. And I'm expecting to have just a better regular season anyway. And they're going to be able to play really good defense on him and kind of make him try to make plays. The Suns, or they're going to go 1-on-1. And the Clippers are going to be the deeper, better overall team. But it's going to be, I think it's going to be to the wire, 7 games.
You got the
Fair.
Clippers one?
So
Yeah.
I got the other Clippers taking the Suns out first round.
Gotcha. What a disappointing year for the Suns that would be.
Yeah.
It's part of
So
my superlatives.
yeah. So my 4-5, unfortunately, is Denver versus LA, the Lakers. That is I mean, I wasn't even trying to plan that out. It just happened. I think the way I thought it was gonna happen. I think the Nuggets win that in 6. I mean, I still think the Lakers are top 3 team in the West, but I think it's unfortunate they just played the Nuggets the first round. The Nuggets are just too good, so I got them.
Yeah, I mean, I disagree with that, but that's fine. My
I think the
matchup,
Lakers are better than Nuggets at this point.
Too.
I
Yeah,
think
I think I think if they played them again with their
I think it'll be at least a 7-game series.
I mean, I'm giving the Lakers 6. It's not like I'm like totally
I know.
disagreeing.
I'm just. I just.
I agree with your take.
Mhm.
I just think it's gonna be really close. Like again, I mean, last year it was a sweep, so it looks really bad. But like I was already saying, the
I,
sweep was very misleading, and I feel
I
like the Lakers, after a whole season with this lineup, they're gonna look different. They're definitely gonna be able to compete with Nuggets.
I just think in those late game situations, the Nuggets have more shot makers than the Lakers do. So I think it gives the Nuggets.
And they're missing a guard defender. Dennis Schroeder's not there to guard Jamal Murray anymore. And Jamal Murray is still cooking.
Yeah, I don't think Gabe Vincent. I mean, we saw it in the finals, kind of.
Elo, AR-15, or
Murray.
Gabe are not going to guard Jamal Murray.
Yep.
They have AR.
He's not.
All right. Who's your 4-5, Marvin?
I have the same thing as Lauren's, and I agreed with what he said. I think Clippers versus Suns, Clippers in 7. The Clippers just, I mean, especially if they're like fully healthy with PG, Russ, and Kawhi, I could honestly even see it going to 6. But I'm taking the Clippers in that one in 7.
What you got,
Uh,
Marvin?
I have the same thing actually. Clippers Suns.
Same.
Yeah, for Forest Clippers, I think, or at least that's for me. I don't know about y'all, but if they have Kawhi, PG, and Russ, and Plumlee and all of them, they have a chance of taking it in 5. Without Kawhi, could go to game 7 or 6. That's my take.
You,
So
I,
what?
I, I
you
don't
think
think.
you think the Clippers still win without Kawhi?
Yeah,
Yeah, they can.
Paul George we've seen is such a dominant player.
They're so deep.
Bradley Beal or
They
Devin
almost
Booker
beat them
would
last
not
year
guard
with
Paul
neither
George.
Kawhi or Paul George. They had neither one, and these guys are like when they're healthy, dude, they get buckets and they play defense like nobody else, and they can play make pretty well. Paul George can.
They're gonna reduce Devin Booker or Bradley Beal's points on the court
And don't
from what they
forget,
did last playoffs. And Paul George, who's guarding Paul George? Beal, Booker.
And probably KD.
So who's guarding Kawhi?
Oh,
and
probably
don't
like Nazir Little or Katie Bates.
Yeah,
yeah,
I think
well,
it's
the
gonna be.
starters. If who's gonna start, are the starters gonna guard them?
For the what?
Who are the
Who's their
starters?
starters?
Because
Because
Nazir Little.
Nasir
Like
Little's not
Book
gonna
and
start.
Bill? I mean, Book would probably guard like Norm Powell, maybe. I don't know. Bill
Who's
would
gonna guard Kawhi and PG
And Russ.
and Russ?
well, yeah, KD would probably guard Kawhi or PG, and then Katie Bates Diop would guard the other, and then
You think?
or
Yeah.
Josh Okogie, whoever starts, and then
Or
I think
honestly, they might start Bol in that situation for defense.
yeah,
Either way,
maybe.
it doesn't look great for him.
But I think their offense is just like the best in the league. I think it won't even matter.
Kawhi and Paul George have one of the best
Playmaking
defenses.
down.
And they have great offense too. But either way, it's the Valentine's prediction. So
All right, who's your 1-5 matchup or 1-4 matchup? I don't know.
So second round.
Mhm.
Round 2, I got 4 seed versus the 1 seed. So Clippers versus Grizzlies. And the Grizzlies are going to be in a 7-game series once again. And highly contingent on Clippers' healthiness, but the Clippers will take this one, and the Grizzlies will be knocked out second round, and Clippers will advance in 7 games.
Gotcha.
Fair. Fair.
Sorry, who was your matchup again? Totally forgot.
It's 1-8 versus 4-5.
No, who was the matchup?
Oh, he had
It
Clippers
was
versus.
Grizzlies Clippers, yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
Two defensive powerhouse teams.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it. So who was my 1-5? Oh yeah, Grizzlies Nuggets. Rough for the Grizzlies. I really think they're one of the best teams in the West, but I would have the Nuggets winning that in 6. I think they're just too good. Jokic is the best player in the NBA. I mean, Jamal Murray's one of the best. Robins, and then just that whole team, they just click. And I think that the Grizzlies hang their hat defensively, but the Nuggets can pretty much cancel out any defense with Nikola Jokic, really. I mean, because he can really do anything. He could drop 50 on your head, or he could drop 15 assists, And I think
We do both.
or you could
Yeah.
do both.
Both with 25 rebounds.
Yeah. I just think Jokic is too much for them. So Nuggets in 6.
Fair. My next round is actually really interesting. I didn't do this on purpose either, but Lakers versus Clippers. Clippers in the past like 10 years have dominated this. So I honestly this is going to be a really good series. If healthy, I think Clippers could take it in 7, especially based off just the fact that they always beat the Lakers somehow. So I'm going to go Clippers in 7, but it's going to be a super close series and super fun to watch.
I got the Nuggets and the Clippers, and this is a very weird one. Healthy with Kawhi and stuff, Clippers can take it in 7. Without Kawhi, Nuggets take it in 6. I think
So
Kawhi is such a valuable asset to that team defensively because I think he has one of the better powerhouses in the NBA to guard Jokic.
So which one are you taking?
I think Nuggets in general have a better chance.
So you're taking Nuggets in 6?
I'm gonna take Nuggets.
Fair.
That is fair.
All right, Lauren, 2-7, 3-6.
Alrighty. So I got the 2 Lakers versus the 3 Nugget. Wait, what?
I was about to say, I thought you had 2 Nuggets versus 3 Lakers.
3 Lakers versus 2 Nuggets. I have it noted backwards. Lakers are this time going to take down the Nuggets. They're going to take them down in 7 games. It's going to be a repeat of last year. It's going to be all the hype. It's a tough one to predict. I just feel like the Lakers, after a whole year with the lineup, they're going to be able to do. And I feel like they match up really well, being a big team, having Davis, having LeBron, having AR. They match up well with them. And plus, the Nuggets, I think Jokic is the best player in the world. I think the Nuggets, they were amazing last year. They were the best team by far. That's why they won. But they had all those pieces before too. We never saw the Nuggets be this successful before. And I just feel like they're not gonna kind of, I don't know, repeat. I feel like they're just gonna fall out already, I guess, if you would say it. And they have injury concerns on that roster as well.
All right, Valentin. Or wait, no, it's me.
Yeah.
It's me. So I got Clippers Suns. I just had them 1 round later than the rest of you. I have the Suns winning in
I
6.
figured.
I have the Suns winning in 6. I just think they're too good offensively.
6?
Yeah. I mean, and when it comes down to it, when you need players to make shots, I think I trust the Suns to do that more than the Clippers. And when you need stops, I think anyone can get, or I think anyone on the Suns is capable of it. They just got to put in the effort. Obviously, the Clippers are more capable of it, but I think the Suns are capable of getting stops. So I think I'll just take their superior offense.
I mean, my take against that, obviously, I think we could disagree. But for one, I feel like having individual scores is much different than having a good offense. And that's kind of where I see the Suns kind of falter overall as to what they could be projected as. I feel like it's a big difference between having some of the individual best scorers on a team versus having a great offense.
Well, this is assuming
And
the Suns,
also,
you know,
and
work.
particularly with the Clippers, you have the Paul George and Kawhi can go one on one with anybody as well. And I just feel like they have low key have more drive, like Russell Westbrook. Like we just saw him. I feel like Devin Booker is like his. I don't know. I don't want it to sound wrong because I like Booker, like he showed up and stuff, but we also see him all the times kind of like he's complaining or he wants like the refs to help him out. We just see like Russell Westbrook, particularly I guess, and the Clippers. They're just trying to play the game, win the game, and instead of kind of rely as much on refereeing and things like that. I feel like they have the bigger drive, but
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of times it feels like Devin Booker's uh he's not in the right state of mind. But I think he'll lock into that more as like, he is the leader of a team. I think this is his team and he has Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal as teammates. So there's a lot of responsibility that goes with that. I think he'll take it on. And I think Frank Vogel will help him take that on. Also, Frank Vogel is a defensive mastermind. I mean, if you remember when he had the Lakers, they were the number one offense or defense both years. It was just unfortunate he got fired uh with the whole, fiasco that was LA that year. But I think they could figure something out defensively.
Okay.
Yeah.
My next series is Grizzlies versus Nuggets. I personally think the Grizzlies take this one in 7. I think they will outwork and out defend the Nuggets. 7 games obviously, so it'll be a close series, but I think the Grizzlies will outwork the Nuggets at the end of the day, and they'll be able to edge out that 4th win in game 7.
Who's the higher seed for you?
The Grizzlies.
Okay, so like game 7 in Memphis, I can see it.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Grizzlies versus Lakers. Grizzlies at 2, Lakers at 3. Last season or last playoffs, Lakers took it in 6. I just think John Morant was a bit hurt with his hand issue, and they're adding a piece like Marcus Smart. Well, Lakers are still gonna take it just because of how dominant they are, but it'll be game 7, very close one.
Fair. What's your conference finals matchup?
all right. So we already have 4 game 7s. We might as well make it 5. Why not? Number 3 Lakers beat the number 4 Clippers in 7 games. Why not?
That's
Well, like Lakers are good. Clippers are good. Yeah, LA showdown in the Western Conference Finals. I mean, maybe now Kawhi gets hurt. I don't know. The Lakers take it in 7. I mean, the Clippers have injuries concerns all season, all series long. Could kick in anytime, and even if it doesn't kick in, I mean, the Lakers are a good team. If they're completely healthy, the Clippers, I think they actually have a really good chance of just taking this one. But I mean, it's for one, it's LeBron. He's old. This may or may not be his last season. And I just think with that whole season coming off of last season, with this new squad together, AR looking to bounce back, AD wants to win MVP. I feel like this is just going to be a very committed, dedicated team. And we've seen what LeBron has done with teams like that, even though he's like older than a dinosaur at this point. We still know he's really good and he has that willpower, and he's been able throughout all his career to kind of lead teams, especially after like once they already have a season together, to a championship or at least the finals. So
I mean, yeah, this is kind of the last dance here for the Lakers. I mean, LeBron might go wherever Bronny gets drafted, or he'll retire. AD, I mean, he signed an extension, but he's getting up there in age. I just think this is like really the last year in the championship window with LeBron.
Mhm.
Obviously they're the Lakers, they'll always be in the market for a free agent stud, but for the LeBron era, I think this is their last chance. So I could see it getting done. But my conference finals is, what is it? Nuggets
Suns
Suns.
Nuggets.
Nuggets Suns. So I have on my paper the Suns beating the Nuggets in 7. So I think I'll just go with that. I'll stick with my paper. I may regret it. I don't know, but I think that the Suns, it's their year. I mean, It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen, and I think it will. I mean, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal. It just seems unreal how good that. I think they're gonna be so good. I don't know. I think they'll get it done.
That's what we thought about Westbrook, LeBron, and AD. Nah,
That's
but
true.
no,
I feel like
I
this
actually
is
really like the addition Nurkic. He's like I feel like the reason they got Nurkic is literally for Jokic because Aiton, his effort on rebounding and his defense at his size. No,
I mean,
Jokic is
Aiton, it kind of seemed like he just quit. Um, really,
He was
and
like a Jared Allen playoff.
and Nurkic. One thing we know about him, he'll always be scrappy. He'll always he'll play with passion. So I think
I like that they
I
got
like the
Nurkic.
pickup, and also it came with getting like Grayson Allen, and Nas Little, and who else did they get? Keon Johnson. He won't play right
Oh,
now.
that's true.
And Nurkic is a great playmaker too, especially for a big. So
I
I think
mean,
that's a good piece.
remember, like 7 years ago, there was a conversation. Oh, should the Nuggets keep Nurkic or should they keep Jokic? You know, obviously the Nuggets chose correct and traded Nurkic, but I mean, if Nurkic can get back to pre-discussion leg injury,
Yo, he's been popping threes. He had that one game where he was popping threes too.
yeah,
Mhm.
if he could get back to that Nurkic, man,
That'd be nice.
yeah. But yeah, I think I have the Suns winning in 7. Yeah, I may regret it, but we'll see.
Yeah, I surprised myself with this one. It's 2 versus 4, Grizzlies versus Clippers. At this point, I'm gonna just bank the Clippers stay healthy, so I'm gonna take Clippers in 7.
Yeah.
I mean, they've always been that good, anyways. And if they can stay
He's been
healthy,
waiting so long.
they've been waiting so long. If they can stay healthy, I think it'll still be a close series. I could see it going to 6, but I'm gonna just call it in 7 games to make it more interesting. So I have Clippers beating the Grizzlies in 7 games. Both very nitty-gritty teams, though. So
That might
really,
be my favorite outcome. You know, PG and Russ, two of my favorite players of all time, finally getting rings or finally getting a chance to get a ring.
yeah, Kawhi getting another chance.
Yeah.
Through Marvin's playoffs, dude, the Clippers have a rough time trying to get there, bro. It's like always game 7 for them. They're just
True.
fighting.
I feel like they're always good enough to do it. Just something happens that
Yeah,
stops them.
but I'm
I'm betting on that again.
Nothing's gonna happen this
Yeah.
year. They're gonna be good. They're gonna be healthy in the playoffs, at least.
I'm betting them to the Western Conference Finals and lose in 7, so I'm betting them to be good, but I'm still betting something. Like they just
Yeah, I mean, I could even see the Lakers beating the Clippers in mine in the round before too, and then Lakers taking the Grizzlies again.
Yep.
But either way, I have the Clippers taking it.
I got to repeat Nuggets versus Lakers, 1 versus 3. Um, it kind of like y'all said, it's the last kind of time for LeBron to win a championship, especially with the Lakers. And I think maybe just in general, honestly, he might retire. Um, and they're gonna want the revenge on the Nuggets. They even gave up a great fight last year. They got good assets to the team. I think they're just gonna want the revenge and gonna take it in 7.
A lot of 7-game series going on.
I was about to say we have a lot of
I have
6 and 7
5.
game series.
I have 5 in the Western Conference Finals.
It seems like there's always going to be like a 7-game series, but I feel like it never happens. But
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like we said too, it could be a close series and be a sweep too. So
yeah,
we're just
I mean,
counting
yeah, we were
Yeah.
saying like, oh, Nuggets Lakers is about to be like the closest series, and then Nuggets swept. I mean, it was a close sweep, but
It was a close series, but they swept, so then it's not a close series at the same
Yeah.
time.
I think there was one game 7, right? Last playoffs. It was the Kings versus Warriors. Was
and
it
then
only-
we had the Celtics versus 76.
Oh yeah.
In
Oh,
Heat,
and Celtics Heat.
So there was actually 3.
Yeah,
but the West only had one, I think.
but what's crazy is that like every single game 7 there was a new play, like a player set a new record for most points. Like the first game 7, the Warriors Kings, Steph scored 50. Second,
True.
Celtics 76ers, Tatum scored 51. No one scored 50 in the Heat Celtics, but
So
anyway.
not all.
All right.
So the big question
So-
is, what are the finals predictions?
Finals time.
So has anyone's East Finals picks changed since all the trades went down? We'll break that
Well, that's
down.
what I was gonna ask. Are you gonna change yours, Deacon?
So I originally had the Heat. I will be changing it, of course. I was kind of banking on them having Dame. Um, and then even if they didn't get Dame, I was like, oh, maybe if they get Holiday. No, they didn't get either. I think they lose round one. But
against the
yeah,
Bucks.
yeah, I like the Bucks coming out. I think they're a team of destiny now. I mean, Dame, he's got to get one.
It's
Gotta
gonna be
come home.
beautiful.
But the Celtics are so good. They're so stacked. I mean, Holiday, Brown, Tatum, Horford, Porzingis is a crazy starting five.
Yeah, I think their problem is
That's
gonna
just
be
a
what
problem,
the Suns
though.
had. Their problem is gonna be what the Suns had last season. I think it's gonna lack a little bit in depth.
Yeah,
So we'll have to figure that out. But
we'll see
do you
if
have
they
the Bucks taking the East?
I have the Bucks taking the East.
And Valentin, who's your East winner? The Bucks?
Bucks.
Okay, so we all have the Bucks winning the East.
Yeah, I think the Celtics are Drew Holiday is like a tremendous pickup for them. It's basically
True.
getting Marcus Smart back, a little less leadership, but as far as a
But
basketball
more
talent, I think
talented.
he's better. He can score by himself. I think he's a better playmaker. I low-key think he's a better defender, a little less annoying almost, a little less pesky.
Yeah.
But
He's
like raw
he's
defense, I
more
think he's a better.
he's more Marcus Smart is more
Hey.
like in your head type of guy. Drew Holiday's more just like straight up lockdown.
I think he's a better raw defense. He's a much better basketball player in my opinion than Marcus Smart. Not as much leadership. But I mean, I've since in that playoff run when the Celtics made it to the finals, I had always my take was always they're missing an actual ball handler playmaker.
Drew
Drew
Holiday's
Holiday
that.
is exactly that, so I think that's really interesting. Just because I have certain questions. Well, we saw Holiday not show up exactly scoring wise last playoffs,
Yeah.
and I still don't trust Brown or Tatum. I still think the Bucks are going to be too strong, and I think I saw the Bucks in the finals. But I think Drew Holiday is a gigantic addition for
Yeah.
the Celtics. And I think the Heat are completely. I don't know what's going on, but they wanted a point guard. They needed a point guard. They made it to the finals. Guards didn't hit. Jimmy Butler needs help, and they weren't able to land Dame, who everyone thought they were going to land, and they weren't even able to really Drew Holiday. So they're looking at some trouble.
I
Kyle Lowry's
remember
great. I like Kyle Lowry,
I remember going to the finals, everyone was like, "Oh, if Miami wins, that's great, but if they lose, they'll still trade for Damian Lillard, so it's a win-win either way." And then none of that happened, and it just seems like the Heat just utterly failed.
Lost. They just lost.
But the Celtics are preparing to go against the Bucks. Damian Lillard said Drew Holiday is the best player.
If you remember back when Drew Holiday was on the Pelicans,
Yeah.
they played in the playoffs. They played the Blazers, that is, and Drew Holiday locked down Dame.
Well, Dame
but
talked about he is the hardest defensive player to get past, or
Yeah.
he's
I'm wearing my holiday jersey, boys, because Drew Holiday. I remember telling Marvin when they had Eric Bledsoe before. I don't know whatever happened to that man, and he was great. I like Bledsoe on the Bucks. I was telling Marvin the same thing. I was talking about the Celtics. I was like, "Yo, Drew Holiday, they have him now. That's crazy. Like he's the guy for the piece for them, and he
It
won
seems
it.
like
Championship
this is
jersey.
this is the formula for the Bucks. They had a solid point guard in Eric Bledsoe, upgrade Drew Holiday, win a championship.
True.
That stalls out. I mean, at an upgrade, Damian Lillard. We'll see if they win a championship.
And they didn't even lose that much for Dame either. That's like
I
crazy.
just Drew Holiday for all those times on the Pelicans, he was, in my opinion, probably arguably the most underrated player in the league because he
I
can
mean,
literally do everything.
he really
There's
still.
nothing he does not do well.
I remember ESPN made an Instagram post saying the Bucks. I mean, the Celtics basically uh traded back for Marcus Smart, and I felt that was so disrespectful because Drew Holiday is so much more than Marcus Smart.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree. I think he doesn't bring as much maybe leadership to a team, as much like voice, but like as a player, he's so much better.
Yeah, yeah. All right, let's make our finals picks. Lauren, you're up.
Yep. Alrighty, well, so I got the Lakers and the Bucks. Bucks 1 seed, Lakers a 3 seed from the West, and got LeBron James, the King, and maybe one of his last chance to get 5 chips. 5 chips. You got 11 championship runs. Giannis looking for a second to be maybe the greatest European or international player of all time. He's a Greek freak. Now with Dame time, also chasing that ring. And I'm not gonna change it based off Dame actually. I had the Bucks taking it 4-2, and I'm gonna keep that 4-2. I think the Lakers will win 2 games. But we saw inconsistency. I mean, the Lakers took a really tough road according to my prediction to get here, but they fall at this point. The Bucks are too much. And Giannis has that will, just like LeBron. LeBron's older. LeBron's resume will go to an impressive 11 championship finals runs and 4 rings, losing this time to Giannis Antetokounmpo in 6, or the Bucks in 6.
Yeah, no problems with that. I mean, it's sad to see LeBron. I mean, this may not be his last year. We'll see.
I think he'll play again, but the question is how much will he give?
It's hard to get to the finals, and it's sad, especially if he makes it to the finals, to see him lose.
Yeah. I mean, like we want to see him walk off in the sunset, kind of like how Jordan did, and then eventually ruined by coming back to the Wizards. But whatever. Yeah. Hopefully LeBron doesn't do that. But so I got Suns Bucks. And I've had the Suns riding the coattails of what I say the best offense in the league.
Suns Bucks rematch.
And what?
Suns Bucks rematch.
Yeah. And I think it will reap the same results and Giannis a ring. I don't want to be like, I don't want it to be Bucks across the board, but the Bucks are just so good. I mean, Giannis and Dame, I mean, they project to be the best duo in basketball. I mean, the pick and roll between those two is insane. And then you still have Brook Lopez, Chris Middleton. I mean,
Chris Middleton is another one of these.
If he stays healthy, he is a top 20, 35 player in the league, And I mean,
he can do everything.
It's crazy they held on to him. We're able to hold on to him for this team and Brook Lopez too.
We saw in that last finals run that the Bucks had. I mean, Chris Holiday, Chris Middleton. He had a 40-point game in the finals, and he made the big go-ahead shot against the Nets in the second round. And I mean, he's still a big-time player, and he gets slept on a lot too. And he's the third option now. And then you still have Brook Lopez. You got guys like Jay Crowder who are just going to step into a bigger role.
Marjon Beauchamp.
Yeah, can potentially step into a bigger role. I still think
Bobby.
I was about to say they have Bobby.
Yeah, I mean, they have a. I mean, Bobby was what, the 6th Man of the Year runner-up last year?
Something like that.
Yeah, he's deep, and Brook Lopez, crazy. He's the all-time leading scorer for the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah.
He used to be insane in the paint. Now he's a 3-point weapon. And dude, Chris Middleton, for one, he can literally do everything. But I also think Chris Middleton, it's interesting statistics about him. Since Giannis isn't much of a shooter, Chris Middleton, when they make it to the playoffs, he's been historically one of the clutchest and most underrated clutch players in the playoffs, and very efficient at doing so. So now you have Damian Lillard, you have Dame Time, and Chris Middleton, 2 very clutch players. With Giannis, you can't stop in the paint on the same team.
We saw Chris Middleton a while ago get the Celtics 0.5 seconds. He pulls it from like logo range. Boom, drains it.
Yeah. And he made a game winner against the Heat in that finals round too. In the playoffs.
So when you said same results, do you mean 6 games as well, or do you think it's going to take more or less games? 6 games as well. Yeah. Fair enough. So I have the Clippers and Bucks. Very nitty-gritty game, I think. The Bucks, I mean, I feel like Giannis and Dame is going to be so hard to stop. I do think I'm gonna just at this point I'm rolling with the Clippers stay healthy in the playoffs. What are the chances? I don't know. I still think the Bucks win, but I think the Clippers are gonna fight the whole way. They're gonna be able to make the Bucks have to fight for some other people to get points from instead of just Giannis and Lillard. But I think the Bucks take that, and like I said, I think it'll be a close series, but I think 6 games again too. Especially with the amount of game 7s are already predicted. I think this one's going to game 6. Clippers have had 7 games for me the whole playoffs. They're going to be beat, tired, probably injured at this point too. So I think Bucks take that in 6.
And again, look, Marvin just stepped on Chris Middleton. He just said Dame Lillard and Giannis. Chris Middleton averages 25 plus points in the playoffs. He's crazy. They have so many people. I don't know.
A Bucks
so
just
many people sleep on him.
Yeah. All right, who'd you got, Valentine?
We got the Lakers and the Bucks. I got Lakers winning in 7.
There you go.
is gonna put everything he's got into it. AD will not be so inconsistent this time. LeBron is just gonna want to finish it now, get it done, get this chip, and then probably retire. I would assume especially if he wins the chip.
Or go for
Uh,
I mean,
yeah. But I just think LeBron's gonna push through and make sure they win, and he's gonna be the dog and Finals MVP.
there you go.
It's fair.
All right. Well, that's all we got. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to subscribe. See ya.